Oh, hey. What's up? Not much. So I got a question. Okay. Well, me and my friends have been talking about it for a while, and we were wondering. Well, I was wondering, are you gay? No. Why would you ask me that? Well, I mean, you always hang with the girls. You don't hang with the guys, and you tend to want to do what the girls do. Is that an issue? I mean, not necessarily. It's just different. You chilling with all of these girls, but they have boyfriends too. I'm not really sure if you're aware of that or not. Yeah, I mean, I'm aware of that, but do they have an issue with me hanging out with their partner? Well, kinda. I mean, you're chilling with all of the girls who so happen to be the girlfriends of some of these guys who you don't mesh with. You say you're not gay. It doesn't make any sense. It just seems kind of contradicting. I even noticed that you just used the word partner, which typically we don't use. And also, you have a lot of sugar going on in here. Like, there's a lot of colors going on too. You know, I don't know. It just seems just a little too different. I mean, some say suspect, but hey, I don't know what to say. I guess I just have to take your word for it, right? Yeah, I mean, I guess. Well, I just came over to ask you. I was curious, and like I said, everybody else was too. So I guess we just kind of stuck with this dead end. So no fake stuff over here. Okay. Do you know of someone who seems to be DL, or you have a loved one who you suspect of being DL? Does it bother you that this DL person does not come out and have these conversations with you and to be honest with you? Have you thought about how maybe this person who you suspect of being DL might actually be struggling and finding their own identity, let alone accepting the fact that they possibly might be a lesbian or might be gay or bisexual or born in the wrong body, as they would say. Whereas if they're male, they feel as a female, and if they're female, they feel as a male. For those of you who truly do care about people like this who struggle, it is not up to you to force yourself inside of that problem, inside of that confusion, okay? These people have to go through those confusion times in order for them to figure out exactly where they belong. As annoying and uncertain the times are while being in these confusing times, at some point, this person, God willing, they see the day, we will get to those places of understanding. And in the meantime, you as the loved one of this person who is DL, the only thing that you really should be putting yourself in a position of doing is building a comfort zone for this person to be their authentic selves, period, around you, okay? And to give you even a bonus, if you want this person to come out to you, show this person that you support other gay groups in different ways. Rather, you're going to the pride events, or you're going to weddings, or you are watching TV shows that have something to do with it, and you're supporting the love that you see there, or you're showing some type of support to whatever it is that you suspect of this person that you love or you care for. I guarantee you that at minimum will allow this person who is DL in your eyes to kind of change their perspective and kind of look at you in a certain light. Because otherwise, if you're not showing this person who you are suspecting any of the traits of you supporting anything that you possibly might think that they support, it's not going to make them comfortable with telling you about something that they never see you support. Okay? So saying it is one thing. That's not always full trust. Doing it is a whole nother thing. And we all know that actions speak louder than words. And if you're not out here in any shape or form supporting it, then you cannot get mad at this person for trying to figure out how to delegate this information and spending their time on trying to figure out how to do it, let alone if they even want to do it, right? Another reason why it's good to show the action is because, unfortunately, you have a lot of people who are out here who are just here for selfish reasons when they want people to come out of the closet. You know, whether it's because they are gaydar and they just want to validate their theory, or, they just want the tea and they want to have a hot topic. They want to be able to have a conversation and entertain other people amongst gossip and stuff like that. Or you have people who are just straight bullies, okay? And they've been hurt and they have a lot of trauma and insecurities of their own. And in order for them to feel better about themselves and their lifestyles and for them to heal in their way of healing, they have to put somebody else down. And when you put when you tag on somebody's sexuality, in a sense, because there's plenty of things you can pick on people for, but since we're talking about sexuality now, I'm gonna stick to that. But when they tag on somebody's sexuality and they know for a fact there's a good chance that they write about it, and they put somebody else down about it, it makes them feel more uplifted in a weird and sick way. But and so when we come across these people, and I'm not DL anymore, I used to be DL, so I said we, but I'm coming from a place of understanding where they're coming from. But when you come across these people, it builds a bit of a trust wall with that DL person, because it's like, okay, well, that's a very sensitive piece of information of me that just so happens to have a huge hold on my life. No matter how much I try to dip into this other part of my life that I want everybody else to see, this part has a huge hold on it. So I'm going to protect it with everything that I can. And sometimes that means protecting it from even our loved ones, because at this point, we don't know who to trust with it, because we don't know how everybody's going to respond to it, right? So that action that I was telling you about before will help this person to at least decide if they want to ease up some, and to be able to decide if they want to revisit possibly telling you about this. Again, it's going to take time, but you gotta put the action behind the support. You can't just say that you're supporting. You gotta have the patience to do it. In this comfort zone, it has to be a comfort zone, and that's a non-judgmental zone. If you want to throw jokes every now and then, depending on what y'all dynamic is in your relationship, whatever, what's best fit for your dialogue. But just keep in mind of, the feelings and the, understanding of this other person. If you truly know and you suspect, and when you start to suspect, you start to audit. So you start to see these things already. So once you see one thing, you can't unsee it. You start going to go look for other things, and you find other things, right? So with that being said, once you get to a place of knowing, it's like now it's almost, better. Okay, so there's certain things that you can't do that you did before, when now you know information, if you really do care about this person. So you want to know more, you gotta do more. Now that you know better, you gotta do better. So I'm deciding to speak up for them, because the entire DL community is not a bad community, and unfortunately there's a lot of bad things that's happened within the community that gives it a bad reputation. But not every DL person is a bad person. I think that every community has bad within it, and I think that this is just the same way, and a lot of people don't understand it, so they like to mark it off as bad, when really it's just a misunderstood group, and not even the people who are in the group truly understand it. And if they don't understand it, no one else is going to understand it, because at the end of the day, these are the people who feel what DL is. And all of us has been on the low about something, and it might have been on something that was smaller that we were on the low of, but with this, it's bigger, because this is a whole identity we're talking about, of being on the low about. And so it's going to be confusing until that person has decided to take the time to educate themselves on, whatever it is that they best resonate with, and they find their identity within that. So everybody works at their own pace, and you have to be patient with these people. You know, you really care, you will do all of the above to make sure that you are here for this person. And if you don't care, that's also going to show. And if they decide not to tell you, then don't get frustrated with this person. You know, if you care about them, you'll understand that there's a lot of proof that you have to show this person. Just like anybody else would need, they need the same thing as far as feeling like they will be loved, because they have to protect themselves. At the end of the day, this is pretty detrimental information that we're talking about, you know. So this is why I don't believe in the whole exposing game, you know, because this is people's life that we're talking about, and some people actually lose their lives over this information. You know, whether it's somebody who takes their life because they don't agree, or whatever the case is on that reason, or this person that we suspect is DL taking their own life, you know. And we just don't want to rob these people of, first of all, their lives, and two, their experiences of how they decide to live their lives, okay? So if they're compassionate, if they're respectful, they care about other people's feelings, you know, they are, you know, minding their business, they are, you know, loving and positive people, or, you know, if they're regular people, because, you know, we all have good and bad days, but if they're regular people and minding their business, leave these people alone, please, you know, and actually care for them if you care for them, and love them for who they are if you love them. And if you don't care for them, then leave them alone. You don't have to be with the gay community. You don't have to be with the DL-ness. You don't have to be with it. But you also don't have to be in their face, telling their business, you know, all up in their face, trying to figure out what they got going on and questioning them because you don't care about them. So leave them alone and mind yours. Okay? And I say that with all love, but, you know, these people have a right just like you do, because at the end of the day, we all have closets. And having a closet is not just your sexuality. It is also what you have in your closet. We all have skeletons in there. Let's not forget that, okay? So don't leave your closet. That's a full-time job for the rest of your life, until the day you stop breathing, because we all have work to do until we die, because we have something that we got going on every day. You shouldn't have that much time to leave your closet to go to somebody else's closet, okay? Unless you have a game system that you are able to multitask on your own thing, and you care for that person, and you just need to help them when they're asking you for help. But other than that, to step over there and just kind of wonder what's going on over there and not worried about what's going on with yours, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. So, y'all, leave these people alone. Let them live their lives. You continue to do what you got to do for yourself. And if you care about them, there's a lot of work that you have to do behind actually showing them that you care about them, because you're not going to just get a simple just T, unless they're accepting of it and they don't care about you knowing. But if they care about you knowing, it's not going to work like that. You can be mad as you want to. You can take it as personal as you want to. It's not a personal thing. Okay? You just have to change your lifestyle before you go ask somebody else to change theirs. And that's what that is. So on that note, if you like the video, click the like button. If you have any questions, or if you got any stories of your own, leave a comment. Y'all, I love colors. So please leave me emojis down there. Leave me some colors down there. But, you know, other than that, I just wanted to talk about that. I will see y'all in the next video. This is the first video after 100 subscribers. Oh my God.